And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Baltimore Orioles.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
2022 Baltimore Orioles.
So just about set now. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. And 1-2.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Next pitch is popped up. Means makes the play. One down. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And strike two. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope. Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the full side, netted out front, but just stayed through it nice enough.
Urias over to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. The wind of the pitch. Up the middle, and there's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Next offering is in for a strike. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Relay throw to second, and he's there with a double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Stop, makes the catch, and that is a big first out. Trey Mancini now.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Mullins, the runner at third. Mountcastle over at second with one down. Rips one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Runner tags from third. It throws offline. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag to tag takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
The pitch. Out front and foul to the left side. Runner at second, 2 down. Chases that one out of the zone. Good job at damage control right there. Top of the second, and now it is JT Realmuto. Next pitch is downstairs.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Santander pulls it down, and there's one away. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Batting 6.
Gene Segura at the plate here.
Gene Segura.
One down, Phillies down a run. And there's a strike. Means he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Here's Didi now.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
The pitch. Just missed.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. Bottom of the second. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ramon Urias. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Vierling racing over to make the catch. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
And that squirts through. Around first, digging for two, and that one's going to get into the corner. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
The pitch was dotted down and away. Good location, but a great job at the plate to squirrel it and drive it the other way. Beautiful swing.
Man at second with one away. And next for the Orioles, Kelvin Gutierrez. Next pitch way upstairs. Two and one now. Good eye right there.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Swings and misses, and we're filled up. Odor leads off second with one gone in the inning. Castellanos drops steps, heads back on it. Makes a nice running catch. And there's two down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
At the belt and fires. That's to third, and that's just foul. Got him. And that will end the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. Leading off, Matt Vierling. The 1-1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with two of the three hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that one is lifted in the air, lays out and makes the play.
Batting 9, the third baseman, Bryson Stott.
This is Bryson Stott. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. There's a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next offering is down low. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Line drive, base hit.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about it.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump. Runner at second here, one gone. Here comes a pitch. That one missed. And a pitch. Swing and a slow roller. Odor gloves it, gets it to first. Schwarber out of the play. Here's the left fielder, Nick Castellanos. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through.
Castellanos.
And the pitch. On the ground to short. Whips it to Mountcastle, and that's the third out. And welcome back. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. And he grounds one to the right side. He'll do it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ryan Mountcastle.
Here's a 1-1. And another ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next offering misses, and the count is 3-1.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
The pitch. The punch out there. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. Flied out his first time.
Santander.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in Baltimore, new inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made. So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one away.
Now batting,
JT Realmuto steps in. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And here it comes. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And a pitch. And he walked him.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first with one gone, and the batter now is Rhys Hoskins, and he's already singled in this game. Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Means keeping him close. And now 2-2. He swings and fouls one off. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. Gene Segura stands in for the Phillies.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch stays alive. Kicks and fires. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
The pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Now this is in the air down the line. Hayes has this one sized up, and that will end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the inning. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Trey Mancini. 3-1 is on the way. That clips the corner. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. On the ground to first. Oh, nice play. Nicely done for the out.
Now back, the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
And now it's Austin Hayes. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Castellanos brings it in, and there's 2 away. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. The wind and the pitch. Stays alive. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2. And now it's filled up. 3-2 now. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 3-2 on the way. Downstairs, and it misses. Ball 4.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make the call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Wheeler with a throw over, and he's back in standing. Urias leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it. Welcome back. Didi Gregorius steps to the plate. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And one fouled off. 2-2. On the ground, right side. He dives, but he can't make the catch. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. So the throwing error puts a runner at first. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Matt Vierling. And the pitch. Bounce to the left side. Should be extra bases. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Just a huge at bat right there. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Trying to move the runners over. Gutierrez goes to second. Safe there. Throws it away.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. There's one on a Mountcastle. It's a double play. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
The left fielder, number 8, Nick Castellanos.
Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and into the box for Baltimore, Kelvin Gutierrez. Popped up first base side. Segura drifts towards it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yep, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Jumps, but it's off his glove. The throw in. Chirinos into second, and he's got a double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
And here is Cedric Mullins.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walked not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Chirinos on second. Mullins at first. One gone. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 away. So first and second with 2 outs. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next pitch inside, ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
And now the DH, Trey Mancini. In the air, left side, Castellanos racing towards the line. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that ends the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's Harper now. Here's Harper, the count 2-1. That one misses. And now 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Gutierrez settles underneath it. He's got it. 1 away. And up to the plate
now
is JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto.
And he deals. And a swing and a miss.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Swings and misses. So he's gotten deep into this game. And at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. Here's a 1-1. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. So now 1-2 to Reese. Pitch misses. Ball 2. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. 2-2 down. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And here's a 3-2. That one lifted to left. Hayes makes the catch, and that'll do it. Back now at Oriole Park. Well, we go bottom 6. And now Austin Hayes. And the right-hander deals. This to third. Has some trouble with it. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
Now batting.
Rougned Odor comes up to the plate now. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Calls it in. 2 away. Kelvin Gutierrez, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Now batting. Third base.
Hayes off of first with 2 away.
Gutierrez.
And a foul ball. Next offering is foul back. Righty delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Gregorius on his way over. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Dylan Tate.
Number 55. Dylan Tate.
Back here in Baltimore, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Gene Segura. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boog, he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Your base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
That one ran inside, almost got him. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. On the ground, could be 2. To second, there's 1. On a Mountcastle. It's a double play. 2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Matt Vierling. Right-handed reliever. And that one fouled off. The wind of the pitch. Ripped on a line to center. Mullins racing over to make the catch. And welcome back. Here's the catcher, Robinson Chirinos. The next offering misses. Now 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. So up next, Cedric Mullins.
The center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
The line to kick the pitch. Not close with that one. And that's ball 2. On the ground to third, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Nick Nelson. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 57, Nick Nelson.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. And the righty deals. That's a strike, and that's strike 2. Righty to the plate. And that's whipped for a base hit. Throw, and it gets away. Go-ahead run holds up at third as the ball comes back in. Second and third after the double.
Back-to-back base hits. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
The pitch. Here's a rocket to right field. Into the bleachers and gone. Anthony Santander knocks one out, and they lead it. It's 4-1. Base is empty, one away. Trey Mancini, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Next to hit, Austin Hayes. 1 for 3.
Austin Hayes.
Pitch. In the air, right side. And the inning is over. Coming on for the Orioles, Tanner Scott. And he'll work on holding this lead. Ready to begin the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Back to the top of the lineup, Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies.
The designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
So now 1-2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next offering is downstairs. And that's outside. Left-hand hitter waits. With the shift on, hits right into it. On to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Castellanos. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Stays alive. And a 3-2. That one down the line. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield. And even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Here's Bryce Harper. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Got him on the off-balance throw. 3rd out. Back here at the ballpark, on to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Ramon Urias. Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. That's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. Rougned Odor now at the plate. The 1-1. And now 1-2. The 1-2. Out towards right center field. Harper settles underneath it. Puts the squeeze on it. And there's 1 down. Man at first. Here's the 3rd baseman, Kelvin Gutierrez.
The 3rd baseman, Kelvin Gutierrez.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Nice grab on the run. 2 down. Robinson Chirinos now up to hit.
Now batting, the catcher, Robinson Chirinos.
Here comes a pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. Urias, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground out to short. Fires over to Hoskins. Inning over. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Tyler Wells.
Number 68, Tyler.
We go to the 9th. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, JT Realmuto. And the pitch. Just off the outside edge. And here it comes. And one fouled off. 2-2. Got him looking. And 1 out now. Rhys Hoskins stands in for the Phillies.
Rhys Hoskins.
The wind of the pitch. And downstairs. And a 2-1 on the way. And this is inside. And the 3-1. Right side, hard hit. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Next offering is way upstairs. Way out front for strike 2. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Man at first. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Didi Gregorius. Didi pops that one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.